understanding what do you want out of your marketing, knowing what you're marketing, what is your desired end result. Knowing all of these things within your strategy will help you tremendously because now you have a plan of action. Welcome back to the Creative on the Grind podcast. It's your girl DeAndra, and I'm back with another episode. In today's episode, we are going to be exploring 5 common marketing mistakes that creative entrepreneurs make, and most importantly, how to avoid them. Understanding these pitfalls and learning how to sidestep them can make a huge difference in your business's success. So let's get started and ensure you're on the right path to marketing success. When it comes to marketing, I feel like this is the most asked about topic that I come across. Everyone asks me, DeAndra, how do I market my business? I'm doing all of these things, but I'm not seeing the results. Like, I'm not seeing anyone inquiring. I'm not getting the clients that I want. I'm not attracting my dream clients. What am I doing wrong? So if you feel like you're resonating with any of these 5 mistakes, I'm going to also give you some tips and strategies to avoid them and overcome them so that you can gain traction and hopefully gain the results that you're looking for. Mistake number 1 is lack of brand consistency. Brand consistency is so crucial for your business's success. You have to build a strong brand in order to start attracting those clients. And I feel like that's the first step, is building the brand. So let's break down some signs that show inconsistency within a brand. Inconsistent visuals, the messaging is all over the place, and the tone across all platforms are not cohesive. So if you feel like that is something that you're experiencing, this could be a reason why your marketing tactics are not following through. Let's say if you have a website, the brand message and the brand colors experience does not follow the same pattern that you're using on your Instagram and your TikTok or your branding materials. Like, everything is all over the place. When the brand is very inconsistent, it gives off this vibe that if you can't be consistent in your business and show up the right way within your own business, how are you going to provide top tier service to me? And not everyone thinks like this. Obviously, I purchase from mom and pop shops all the time, and I'm not even really looking at their branding, but they built their foundation on that mom and pop model. Nowadays, you have to come with it. You can't really build that mom and pop field anymore unless your business was passed down generation to generation, XYZ, but you have to build that brand and making sure that it's consistent. So, for example, when you go to my business, Party Shop Avenue, if you look at my website, my Instagram, any type of marketing online that has to do with Party Shop, it's all the same colors, same color palette, same text, same type of imagery. Everything is consistent. So it shows that I'm a professional business, and it definitely gives that vibe. So when you have a consistent brand, you come off more professional, and it gives you more power as a business owner because people are going to come at you with a different approach. When I see businesses and their businesses aren't as cohesive, I do think to myself, like, they have great work, but I don't know if I would work with this person because their brand is not cohesive. They don't have a place to contact them. Everything is all over the place. They're sending a Venmo link. They're sending a Zelle link. This business is just not consistent with their branding, and I don't feel safe giving my money to this person. So you want to eliminate all of that with a consistent brand. Mistake number 2 is not knowing your target audience. Now, we've gone over this before, but I feel like let's bring it back. Knowing who your target audience is essential for your marketing efforts. This could be a 10-minute task where you break down and humanize who your client avatar is and just give them a name, age, how much they make, where they live, and you can even go into like their marital status. You can dive as deep as you would like with this, but just knowing them in and out so that you can target all of your marketing to this person. And what I mean by humanizing them is giving them a name. Jessica. This is Jessica. She's 28 years old. She makes $100,000 a year. You know, all knowing all of these facts, then you can cater all of your marketing strategies to her. So you don't have to figure out what marketing you need for everyone because you're marketing to Jessica, and there's going to be a lot of Jessicas in the world that your business is going to catch their eye. And that is how you build out a solid marketing strategy. And some common issues that come with not having a target audience is generic marketing. Your marketing is going to be very much so like the person next door. You're not going to stand out. You need to make sure that you dive a little deeper so that you can even speak their language, words that they're using. Nowadays, like some businesses, they'll be like sis, or they'll say girl, or period. They'll use words to get their target audience's attention, and then that's how they can start marketing to them. Some quick steps to identify your audience is just doing some market research, and that can go into competitor analysis and looking at your competition, see what words they're using, see how their branding strategy shows up online, and also creating a buyer persona. Super easy. I do have a YouTube video on how to find your ideal client. So if you want to check that out, make sure you go to my YouTube channel and type in how to find your ideal client, and you'll find the YouTube video there. Mistake number 3 is not having a clear USP. What is a USP? A unique selling proposition. So basically, what about your product or service makes it unique? That is where you're going to be selling from that point of view. So for example, for my business, I could have started my business just saying that I do balloons, meaning I do classic work, I do classic balloons, I do balloon bouquets, I do classic arches. Like it could be an everything business, which is fine, but I wanted to niche it down a bit. And that's why I was focused on organic balloon decor, meaning I did more bespoke creative designs. And that was my unique selling proposition. And people knew me for being the organic balloon artist. So you want to be known for a specific thing because then that helps you get more categorized so that people are more familiar with how to purchase your products or services. A common issue with this is when you don't have your own USP, you start to blend in with your competitors due to the lack of differentiation. So you want to make sure that you're doing something or providing something within your product or service that differentiates you from the others. That's why you see a lot of businesses doing vegan-based products or cruelty-free products. Even the brand story behind it makes them different. There's so many things that can make your product or service different from others. So a tip on how to define your USP is to take some time to reflect on what makes your product or service unique and get feedback from your clients and your peers and ask questions and see what do they feel makes you different, or how does your product or service make them feel? Because then you can use that wording or verbiage within your marketing strategies, which will help you so much when it comes to marketing to your target audience. A quick example, I always use Rihanna, but Fenty Beauty, she has a great USP. They have a wide range of foundation shades promoting inclusivity and diversity with all of their products. And that stands out from a lot of other beauty brands where they're only providing maybe 4 or 5 different shades for darker skin tones. And that's where you mess up because you're not being inclusive. And that's where she shines because she created a brand for all skin types, all colors, and there's a lot of shades to choose from. So that's what made her stand out, and that's why her brand is popping compared to others. Also, there's this bridal show that happens every year. It's called the Big Fake Wedding. So basically, this is an immersive experience where it shows a actual wedding going on, and you have all types of different vendors in one place. And it actually showcased a real wedding, but it's fake, obviously. And this is a different type of experience than going to a regular bridal show. I don't know if you've been to a bridal show, but sometimes bridal shows are very much so boring. Like you just go to table. There's no experience. But with the big fake wedding, they have an actual full-on experience. You get to see the bride, you get to see an actual wedding going down, so you can get ideas and be immersed in that experience. And that is where their USP lies. So I want you to figure out, what is it within your business that makes you stand out, that makes you different, so that you can use that to your advantage and use it as a selling point. Mistake number 4 is lack of a clear strategy. Now, I feel like this is where a lot of my clients get hung up at, is not having a strategy. You're just going in, guns blazing, doing this and doing a little bit of that and mixing a little bit of this, and you don't know what you're doing. You just decided one day you wanted to start a business, so you're just winging it. And by just winging it, it's going to be a lot harder to get where you want to go. So I always recommend having some sort of strategy in all areas of your business. Basically, having a strategy just is a roadmap that you're creating. You're creating a map, directions, so you know the next step that you need to take in order to get to the next step, and so on. If more people took the time to actually create a strategy for their business, there will be a lot more successful businesses. There's a lot of loose cannon businesses out right now. And that is because people just want everything hard and fast, instant gratification, and not willing to take a day or two to actually map out a strategy for their business. They're trying to do everything that Instagram is telling them to do, and buying the next course, buying all of these things. Courses are great. Yes, they are, but you need to make sure you're buying the right tools to succeed within your strategy. So not having a clear strategy will hinder your marketing efforts. And this goes into understanding, what do you want out of your marketing? Knowing what you're marketing, what is your desired end result? Knowing all of these things within your strategy will help you tremendously, because now you have a plan of action. And then if it doesn't work, you can go back to the drawing board. You already had the plan written down and the steps that you took. Now you can go in and dissect them and maybe tweak them and see if there's anything else that you can do or change for the next time. When I started my business, I actually took the time to write out a plan and what I saw for the future of Party Shop Avenue. And in doing so, it came to life. Like, the business came to life verbatim from my business plan. Obviously, there's some things that changed, but having that plan was like my guide, and it helped me get to where I wanted to go in a decent amount of time. So create a strategy. If you need help with creating a strategy, I am now offering strategy sessions and coaching. So I will have all the links in the show notes, and I will have all the links in the description below. And you can book a call with me and we can get you a strategy going, so you know the next steps you need to take to level up your business. And mistake number 5 is not having a strong online presence. Having a strong online presence is so important because it increases your visibility and reach online. And I feel like a lot of businesses don't understand the power you have when you have a strong online presence. Some common issues that hinder your success online is not having a website or having an outdated website, inconsistent or inactive social media presence. And all of these things can hinder your account. And I've known that for a fact, because sometimes I've gone off the grid and then I'll come back and then I see the drop. But once I start getting back consistent again, then obviously things change. But you have to try your best to be as consistent as you can be. And that's with any platform and anything that you do within your business. But taking the time to build a website. I know a lot of people these days are saying that websites are dead or websites are not important. Like, you can sell on Instagram. And that is very true. You can make a living by just posting on Instagram. But when you have a creative business that's service-based or even product-based, I highly recommend having a website, because the journey to purchasing your product or hiring you as their service provider is way more seamless, because it has more of a professional process. When I reach out to a service provider, I love being able to fill out their form, look at their portfolio, and seeing how this person is going to be able to provide the service that I would like. And even when it comes to product-based businesses, being able to go through their website, see my other options, look at reviews and testimonials from others, and seeing that they have a name for themselves and that they're trustworthy so that I can give this person my money is what helps me build that trust with that business. And when you don't have an online presence, you don't have any trust. And you're sitting here wondering why no one wants to buy from you, but you haven't built that trust yet. You posting on social media every day, once a week, whatever you do, is not building that trust. You have to have the things to back you up as well, because yes, someone may reach out to you because they saw your social media post, but I guarantee you the people who didn't reach out to you maybe came across your post, but they saw that there was no website, no way of contacting you, like everything was unprofessional. Why would they want to even work with you? So having that website helps you, and it also helps you in the back end with your SEO and your online presence with Google and other search engines, because once you gain that good relationship with Google and your website, Google will start pushing your content out on the first page, and you know how hard it is to get on the first page. For some things, I am on the first page on Google now, which is so cool, like articles and different things like that. So it takes time, but generating that online presence is what helps you with your marketing. I'm going through a transition right now where I still have Party Shop, but I'm moving into my coaching business. And personally, I have not been promoting a lot on Party Shop Avenue. I really haven't been posting much, but because I have a strong online presence and obviously I've been in business for a long time. So having all of my ducks in a row has helped me still generate a lot of revenue without doing any marketing. But that's because I put a lot of legwork in years ago. And that does take time. If you are a newer business trying to grow and trying to figure out a marketing strategy, start by looking at your business from the outside in. Pretend that you are a customer looking to either buy your product or hire your services. Now, put those lenses on and go through the process of contacting you, go through the process of looking at your portfolio, go through the process of going through your forms, the journey to get from point A to Z. Look at everything. And I best believe you're going to see something like, wow, this could be better. This could be better. You're going to start looking at things that could be better that you can tweak for a better experience for people to get in the door. If you don't want to do that yourself, have someone else, a friend, family member. If you want to reach out, we can have a call and I can look at all of the details of your business and see where you're lacking and see the things that we can change to amplify your business so that you can start attracting more clients and so that your marketing efforts actually work. Some steps to build your online presence is first start with a website that is user friendly. If you have a service-based business, you can use Squarespace or Show It. And if you have a product-based business, you can use also Squarespace or Shopify. I highly recommend Shopify if you have products. I feel like it's more of a seamless process, but Squarespace works as well. Update your social media and have an amazing portfolio. And if you have products, make sure that your product images are clear, concise, and nice. Okay, make sure that they go with your aesthetic. If you have to take your own photos at home, there's so many ways for you to get clean aesthetic photos with your iPhone by just maybe going to Home Depot, painting a quick little backdrop and making your own little setup so that you have clean photos for your products. And then also using SEO and having someone do that. You can hire someone on Fiverr to go on your website and type in the keywords and make sure that you are showing up properly online. Drop a comment below if you have encountered any of these mistakes. And if so, how do you feel like you're going to be moving forward knowing the information that you do now? Keep in mind that marketing takes time, but by avoiding these 5 mistakes, it will help you tremendously with your marketing efforts, because trust me, I know marketing your creative business is one of the hardest tasks. And it's just something you learn over time. But you don't want to have things that are hindering your efforts, because these 5 things can actually put all of your business to a halt if you don't have them down packed and solidified in your business. So make sure you go through all of these strategies and dissect your business and see which mistake you need to go in and brush up or clean up and make it work so that you can start attracting clients to your business. You got this. Trust me. That's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It really does help my platform. And I'll be back next week with another episode. So until then, stay creative and stay on the grind. Until next time, bye.